Hey, what up? This is Eddie04, and today we'll be talking about controlling your audio on a stream. Yes, you might want to listen to Spotify or chat through Discord or listen to any other audio source on your computer while streaming. Now, I believe that OBS has a way of controlling this, but I don't think it's the most efficient one. To be honest, today we'll be talking about in-depth usage of Voicemeter. By the way, talking about streaming, I stream every week on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays on Twitch. And if you like this kind of videos, go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I release a new video. With no further ado, let's go. This is how Voicemeter looks when you start it up for the very first time. So a few things that I want to point out just before diving into how to set up Voicemeter, potato, banana, whichever one you're using. The very first thing that I want to share with you is set up to automatically restart your audio engine, and also to add it into the system tray. And the reason why you want to have these two is because by running it at startup, that means that Voicemeter is always going to handle or manage your audio. And then auto restart audio engine is if something goes south or goes wrong, the software itself will restart the audio engine so that you don't lose any kind of connectivity with your sources. With that said, we're going to go ahead and start up. So a few things that I want to point out here is to understand how Voicemeter works. I know that when opening this software right away, it looks convoluted and has a whole bunch of things. It definitely looks daunting. But as long as you understand what each section does, you're going to be fine. So first of all, I just want to point out that here, as you can see, you have 5 hardware inputs. In other versions, you might have less. But the hardware input are physical inputs that you connect into your computer to be able to provide some kind of audio input. For example, a microphone, that could be one of the options, or if you have a capture card, in my case, or if you have additional microphones, like for example this lavalier. They're all physical inputs that you can plug into your computer to map them to these sections. And then you have the virtual inputs, and the virtual inputs are interesting because they have the similar behavior, the same behavior as the hardware inputs, but these are not physical plugs or sources that you can actually plug into your computer. The next thing you want to look at is the master section, and the master section on the lower right corner here, what you have is actually the combination or the mix of all the different inputs or channels. In this case, you have your first 5, which are physical inputs, and then you have your 3 virtual inputs. As you can see, these are reflecting exactly the same thing that you see up here. Then besides that, you have 5 different hardware outputs, which means that you have physical places or devices that will receive the audio and send them over to you. So what we're going to start doing is adding the different devices that we'll be using for our stream. The very first thing that I like to do, or what I like to look at, is my hardware output, which is in the upper right corner. As I said before, you have 5 different options. You can use anything you have there. For me, it's going to start off with my Logitech G633, which is my headset. Now, you'll see that you have multiple options here, which might be a little bit confusing. To be honest, they might be the same over and over with the same names. In this case, what I like to do is focus on what is said between parentheses, which is the real name of the product or the device. And besides that, even though they might look exactly the same, what these names at the beginning mean is that they're using different drivers to handle the audio. In this case, I would rather stay with the Windows driver, which is the WDM, and then just look for my device. In this case, is my Logitech G633 gaming headset. Now, these 5 hardware outputs that are mapped here are also shown in every single channel. As you can see, you have from A1 to A5 for all the different channels here. That means that whatever you have set up in these will be sending the audio or whatever he retrieves from that channel into the hardware outputs from A1 to A5, depending on which one you have selected. So right now, the first one that we're going to be adding is my microphone. I am currently using a lavalier microphone to be able to record this, but I'm going to be adding now my Audio-Technica AT2020, which is connected with a Scarlett 2i2, into my hardware input. Now, the way of doing this is clicking on hardware input or the name of that particular channel and looking for the device. As I mentioned, I like to use the Windows drivers, so I'm going to go ahead and click on WDM analog 1+2, which, as you can see in parentheses, says Focusrite USB audio.
As soon as I do that, I'll be able to hear myself. Now, I don't want to do that because that's not how I stream. So I'm going to disable or turn off the hardware output. Now I can keep on talking to you, and as you can see, the channels are moving, but I'm not really listening to it. And it's because I decided that I did not want to send over the audio from this hardware input into that hardware output, which is A1. So what we're going to do, we're going to open up all our list of sound devices, and you'll notice that I have a bunch of them. Now this is where it starts getting a little bit confusing, and the thing is that your virtual inputs and output have the same name. Voicemeter Bio, Voicemeter Aux, and Bio 3 are the names of the virtual inputs, but they also have that same name for the virtual outputs. Okay, so now the next step is actually adding software or audio sources into Voicemeter. Okay, so as you can see, I currently opened Spotify, and we're going to go ahead and route Spotify into our Voicemeter to be able to determine how to control it. So as you can see here, I have my Spotify, and I can play any kind of audio, and as you can see, it's actually reflecting that the audio is being played over on Voicemeter Bio. As you can see, there's some kind of activity. There's some kind of activity for that software. As also as you can see, because it's going on from that Voicemeter Bio input here, he's sending over this audio into A1, which is actually my Logitech headset, and it's also sending it to B1, which is my virtual output. And this is why on my A1 physical, he has some kind of activity, because the audio that's coming in here is actually being sent over to my headset, but also because I have B1 is being sent over through my virtual output. Now how do I control this? I can determine where I want this audio to sound. In this case, first of all, what I like to do is separate my different channels into what I am listening to. So what I do is I name my different inputs or outputs, my virtual ones, into things that I understand what I have. So first of all, this one here, I'll call it music. I can call this second one here, let's call it Discord. And then the very first one, I'm going to call it desktop. So now I have my three different channels. Now how do I send over Spotify for all my music so that I can control that and I can determine where I want to listen to that? So what I do, I go back to my sound settings, and I'm going to scroll down where it says Advanced Sound Options, and here I'm going to determine where I want to send over my audio from my Spotify and make it my default output. In this case, because I already know that these are named the same way, I want to put my music into Bio 3. Come over here to output, and I'm going to change and look for Voicemeter Bio 3. Even though it says input, that is because that's how the channel is named. I know that it might be confusing, but just guide yourself by the parentheses. VB Audio Voicemeter Bio 3. As soon as you do that, you will notice that there's no more activity on the desktop column, but there's activity on the Bio 3, which is our music column. I can still listen to the music, and it's still being sent over to our virtual output. Now from here, you can determine where you want this to be played. If you want to have it in any other channel like these, which we don't have configured yet, or if you don't want to listen to the music, just turn off that channel. Pretty straightforward. So far, we're going to leave it as it is for now, and we're going to go ahead and open Discord. Now Discord is a little bit tricky, and this happens with any software that actually handles their audio. Why do I say this? Because even though you do the changes on the device preferences, for some reason that software that can control or set up their own audio will override whatever you have set up here. And that is why you see the Discord has default on both of them. So the changes need to be done actually in Discord. How you do this, you want to go to Discord. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and Discord and go to Voice and Video. And here, as you can see, usually this is how it looks. You have your default output device. And what you want to do is understand that you want to move it into one of these channels. In this case, I want to have it into Discord column, which I know that is Voicemeter Aux, or auxiliary. So I'm going to go ahead and plan or set up this so that it can be reflected or shown in that particular channel. So I'm going to go ahead and hop into a call first. When I open Voicemeter Potato, as you can see, right now there is no particular audio. That is because there's nothing coming in there. But in a couple of minutes, my friend is going to go ahead and start talking, and you'll see how it reflects in Voicemeter. So, Kathy, what's up?
Hey, Eddie.
Hey.
So I'm about to read an article about a good friend of mine, who her name is Sabrina Carmona. So this article is taken directly from Gamma Sutra. It goes like this. King executive producer Sabrina Carmona gave a notable talk at GDC Summer today about the need for more women leaders in games.
So as you can see right now, I have the output device set up to default. What you want to do is be able to control what kind of audio is going to be sent over from Discord to your Voicemeter. In this case, because we know that particular column is known as Voicemeter aux or auxiliary, what we're going to do is look for that one here. And I know that my Voicemeter aux input is the one that I'm looking for. So in this case, what I'm going to do, I'm going to click here. Pretty much that will save it, escape. And now when I go back to my Voicemeter, I'll see how it reacts to Kathy's voice.
Diverse teams perform better. Companies that have diverse leadership are 15% more likely to outperform, Carmona said, citing results of a recent McKinsey and Company study. If you add ethnic diversity, that number goes up to 35%. You can make a significant difference below the senior level too. Carmona recommends teams give women more opportunities to lead meetings if they have an interest.
Alright, so now that we have our channels separated, right, whatever comes into the desk, and that's why, I don't know if you noticed, but it started getting a little bit convoluted. We had music playing, we had our YouTube video playing, as well as Kathy speaking on Discord. So that could get a little bit overwhelming, and imagine all that is being sent over into OBS, your streaming software, and then sending that over into Twitch. That is kind of crazy. So what we're going to do now is we want to go ahead and separate and determine where we want to play every single audio input into our stream. So remember what I mentioned at the beginning? These are virtual outputs, the B1, B2, and B3. And those are actually outputs that you can take into OBS and use them as the mix itself. And the mix is the combination of different audio sources put together to send over to another location. In this case, what I like to do is I remove my microphone completely out of my mix for a minute, because I don't want it to be sent over to B1, and then I use my default B1 or my default virtual output to send over all the other things. Now, because I know that the Discord audio could be a little bit overwhelming for my voice, what I like to do is I decrease the volume of my Discord channel. In this case, you can move the little bar like this, or I like to right click and put an amount. Like, for example, I don't know, 15, minus 15. It's about here. And that is going to be sent over through B1, which is my virtual output. And if I want to listen to what they're saying, I can also listen to it through A1, which is my Logitech headset. If I don't want to hear them, I can easily just turn this off, or the other way, if I don't want it to be sent over to the stream, I'll just turn off my B1 and only listen to them. Now, the next thing I like to do is actually get my music, and I would also send it through B1, because they'll come together. But what I'll do, I'll decrease the volume of the music to about minus 30, because I just want it to be, you know, like that launch sound, which is in the background, just soft enough that people can listen to it but don't really get distracted with it. So put it in minus 30, and I'll still send it over through B1. But if you wanted to, you can actually set it up into any of the other channels like B2 or B3. So in this case, what we're going to do, we're going to set it up into B2. So now we know that our Discord comes in through B1, and then our music comes through B2. And what I like to do is, you can either set up your microphone directly into OBS, but what I do, I like to control it through Voicemeter. So I'll send over whatever audio comes into the microphone through B3. As far as we are here, currently you have been able to separate your audio from Spotify, Discord, your computer, and you can send that over into your stream. First of all, to be able to add the music, I'm going to go ahead and add a new source, and I'm going to make it an audio output capture. And in this case, we're going to call it music with a K. I'm going to choose from the list of devices that are there. Now, remember, we have 3 columns, right? Okay, so now that we have this here, we're going to determine which is going to be the device that is going to be sending over audio into this audio source. In this case, we're going to go back into Voicemeter, and we know that we have music being played here, but it's being sent over to our virtual output B2. Now remember what I mentioned before, the names are exactly the same thing. So B1 is going to be VAIO, B2 is going to be aux, and B3 is going to be VAIO 3. In this case, because music is being sent over through B2, that is known as Voicemeter aux, I'm going to go ahead and look for that one and select it. Remember, always use the ones that are in parentheses. So in this case, Voicemeter aux input, even though it says input, this is the one that we're looking for because that's what it says in parentheses. Click on OK. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing for our Discord. Now for Discord, it's kind of interesting because what I like to do is that I'll send over whatever comes in through Discord into the same audio stream where I have my games and everything else, and then I control the Discord audio coming in from that particular channel. So that means that whatever input comes into Voicemeter is going to be sent over to B1, and that is what I add as my stream audio. As you can see here in my properties, I have Voicemeter output, I have Voicemeter VAIO, and Voicemeter VAIO is actually the main one here, which is this column. Everything that shows up or plays here is going to be sent over, but also I'm sending over through B1 whatever comes into Discord. So now I'm going to go back to my Discord chat, and I will start getting a little bit of audio there so you can see how it reflects into my OBS. Say something again.
Something.
Again. All right, so there we go. Cool, thank you. So as you can see, now we have our audio from Discord being shown in our Voicemeter aux column, but because it's being sent over to our virtual output known as B1, that is actually being sent over to our stream audio in OBS, which I already set it up as my Voicemeter VAIO, again, our very first column. And pretty much that's how you add or separate Spotify, Discord, and the rest of your stream. Now, if you want to go ahead, I mean, I know that some people don't control their microphone through Voicemeter. I do. So what I like to do is I also set up another audio source, and this I do it as an audio input, the same way that I did with my stream audio. I'll do an audio input and then only have my microphone set up there, which is in this case is going to be my VB Voicemeter aux VAIO. And guess what is the VAIO, or what is the aux one? So now last but not least, what I like to do is actually add my microphone, but controlling it through Voicemeter. So what I do is I go ahead and add a new audio source, and this is going to be an audio input, and I'll call this mics with an X, I guess, and then click on OK, and I'm going to choose which is going to be the channel that I'm using right now. In this case, because I already set it up to send over the audio through B3, we know that B3 is known as VAIO 3, right? So we're going to come over here. We're going to look for VAIO 3. Okay. And now when I speak, I'll send over the audio to make with an X. Pretty much. So now I can have them all separated. I can either control them here to whatever level I want it to be, or I could also come over here to my Voicemeter and change the volume in which it's being handled.
Hey, I hope you liked this video. Now, if you have other doubts or questions, you can ping me on Twitch or just, write in the comments below. Also, if you're looking for more videos like these, you can check any of these here. This is Eddie 4. See you in the next one.